Yo, what's up, world? It's your man Slim Jim Longfoot, aka the GOAT, King of America. Welcome to day 2008 of Diabetes and I, the daily vlog series that I do to show y'all how I combat this type 2 diabetes with the 1-2, you feel me? Yo, if you new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and check out the other videos here, such as my product reviews, my how-to videos for YouTubers, my TV and movie reviews, my reactions, my video clips, my shorts, my live streams, my daily vlogs that you're watching right now. And last but not least, my art video series, GOAT 1408 TV. Shoutouts to the members of the live chat crew. Most notable members includes Every Gavala the Greek Goddess, Sexy Trees 1408, Queen Candace, Michael Marshall, Life's Magical Journey, Life with Tasharia, and last but not least, my sis, the big sis of YouTube, Latanya Porter. Special consideration goes to my bro Jenny Quest Gaming, who co-hosts the Nerd Script Club with me. If you ain't checked out our channel yet, what you waiting on, what you waiting on, what you waiting on, go do that there, go do that there, go do that there, alright? And also shout outs to the members of the 1408, which includes Life's Magical Journey, Detroit Soloist, Positive Crash Outs Vlogs, Queen Silk Me, Pretty Heart the Conqueror, Sexy Trees 1408, Kendi K All Day, Lala the High Vibe Coach Nutrition, and Elevate Me to You, and last but not least, Dolores in the house. Dolores in the house, ooh, Dolores 01, y'all. Yo, if you yourself forgot to be a member of the 1408, all you gotta do is check out the tiers, the levels, see which one works for you, from the baby goat tier level to the black goat tier level. You make it to do what it do from there. If you like to support Slim Jim Longfoot in other ways, check out the links in the description below, which includes the books I've written, the books I've drawn, the merchandise that I have, and last but not least, my sister's Cash App on behalf of my awesome niece Paris, who was shot on the 2nd of February back in 2022. Hashtag Paris Strong, hashtag Prayers for Paris, whether that's FOR or the number 4, Paris with 2 R's, y'all. With that being said, it's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up. It's the first of the month. Hey, it's September the 1st. Do you remember the 21st day, 21st night of September? Yeah, it is. That's 20 days from now. September 21st. With that being said, countdown today is 17 days until 2025 on September 18th. You know what I'm saying? Divine timing is like beyond divine, you feel me? Beyond divine. Divine timing is on it. Speaking of, shout outs out to my cousin Mocha. My cousin Mocha, excuse me, her birthday is today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mocha. Happy birthday to you. Hey, and many, 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 many more. It's your birthday. Hey, it's your birthday. Hey. Shout outs to her, and shout outs to her big sis, Sheikah, aka K Jones. Her birthday is this month as well. Kay's birthday is on the 25th. You know what I'm saying? And continued condolences to my cousin Kay, who lost her son Peanut earlier this year, a few months back. You know what I'm saying? To senseless violence. I don't know. It's definitely it's been a year, y'all. It's been a year, and my goal this year was just simply to thrive in 2025, and I think I have done that for the most part, and I'm going to continue to do that as long as the year 2025 exists in our current present time. I am going to continue to thrive in 2025. So my goal this month, which I have up on my wall right here in front of me, is to finish this book that I've been working on. My goal was to finish this book before this month is over. That is my goal, to finish this book before the month is over. If I can do that, then I will definitely have accomplished um, one of my biggest goals of the year, not just of the year, but for the past, literally the past decade, which is crazy. But yeah, like being ecstatic and happy about this right here. Spectacular issue number 1 is out. You know what I'm saying? Spectacular issue number 1 is out. The copy that I hold in my hand right here is one of the pre-order copies. This is actually Lala's copy. Lala, the high vibe coach. This is her copy in my hand right here. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait to get these books on out to everybody who pre-ordered their books. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so be on the lookout, y'all. Y'all books are coming as soon as they are shipped on out. I'm gonna let y'all know, most definitely. Meantime, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, today Labor Day. Today is Labor Day, so happy Labor Day to y'all in the United States of America. I'm guessing that this is, of course, just our. I mean, I don't really be knowing the histories of Labor Day, like that. Well, I knew it, I looked it up before, obviously, but I don't keep up with it. Labor Day is a mixed bag holiday. If you know, you know. I spoke on that, of course, last year during the 30th anniversary of the craziest Labor Day ever, Labor Day '94. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, Labor Day has been since then a mixed bag for me. But at the same time, I am glad, I am blessed, and highly favored that I'm still alive to see this Labor Day. You feel me? That we made it to Labor Day 2025. We made it to Labor Day 2025, y'all. The first major holiday of the second half of the year. You feel me? Well, no, not the second half of the year, because July is the first major holiday of the second half of the year. So never mind. But yeah, but as we get ready to wind down the summer, because July is like the big one for towards the kind of like beginning of summer, I guess you could say, or whatever. So Memorial Day, even though Memorial Day is in spring, it counts, I guess, in a sense as a summer holiday, especially now that kids get out of school before Memorial Day, so that counts in a sense as a summer holiday now. But however you want to call it. But yeah, since kids are back in school now, even though it's still technically summer, you know what I'm saying, this is like the first major fall holiday, you could say, or whatever. I don't know, everything be topsy-turvy because of how society is setting things up. But what we're gonna continue to do is be on top of our ish, because you can't change divine timing. Divine timing is gonna be what it's gonna be, which is why everything happened for a reason, the way it happened for me in my life, for these daily vlogs to happen, and then just the way all the numbers are lining up, you know what I'm saying, in alignment, you know what I'm saying, you can't sit up here and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be like this, it's gonna be like that, and then next thing you know what I'm saying, things align the way they align, and you're like, wow, who saw that coming? In 24 days, that's going to be, my cousin Sheikah's birthday, my cousin K. Jones' birthday. 24 days from now, that's what, day 2032. And we don't know what's going to happen in the year 2032. Only thing that I consider concerning 2032, that's the year that the movie Demolition Man took place. But we know society won't be that crazy by then in the next 7 years. So, but then again, you never know, because you see what happened 5 years ago with and how that shook up the whole globe, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? The first wave of the NWO New World Order, you dig? So if you know, you know. I mean, it ain't rocket science, y'all. It's not rocket science, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. Alright, I see what y'all on, and I'm gonna continue to be on RS, you feel me? And if you know what RS mean, then you know what RS mean. Cause if you know what BS mean, then you should know what RS mean. Bull or the real? Which one? That part. But I am so grateful. I am so blessed, y'all, to still be here and to continue to do what I've already manifested, greatness in my life, and I'm here to let y'all know that that's what y'all need to do if y'all haven't already. Manifest greatness in your life. Then, you continue to maintain greatness in your life. And after you have maintained that greatness in your life, guess what, y'all? Guess what the next move is? The next move is to motivate others to be great on that spiritual level, on that emotional level, on that mental level, on that physical level, and on that financial level. That's how we get down with the get down, man. And I don't care about sounding like no broken record, when it comes to that, because I'm gonna sound like a broken record when it comes to, uplifting myself, and in terms uplifting you, because like I say, I say this all, well, I don't say it all the time, but I say it the majority of the time. If you know, you know. I make these videos, these daily vlogs, I want to say exclusively for myself, but if that was the case, then they would be private, right? They would be private, like if I just made these exclusively for myself, then y'all would never have seen them, right? That means that I'm the only one watching them. But I do make them in mind because I'm the one that needs to hear all of these things. And in turn, these things that I want to hear, these things that I am conveying, to myself, recording these videos, you know what I'm saying, I am in turn hopefully giving y'all some of that as well. Because, there are days where people are thinking of things to speak upon, and they haven't had a chance to verbalize it or get it out, and then it's like, okay, you see me, you hear me say it, and you go, oh, boom, you feel me? Just like the other day, going back to Kendi K's live stream she had the day before yesterday, where she was trying to get on StreamYard, and now she is seeing the light on StreamYard. But I mean, to her defense, I mean, it's not like it's StreamYard just started doing their BS this year. You feel me? And so, Kendi caught on the StreamYard, when they were still on the up and up, and everything was copacetic, and then all of a sudden, they hit her with the woo woo. You feel me? And then, she had to shift her situation, during the live stream that she had been trying to do up all day, do the, the extra bells and whistles, with the, double screen and everything like that, because, that's what, she had been doing, up under her plan all the time. And even me, like I said on StreamYard, like, we had all this stuff that, we could do on StreamYard for free, and then if you wanted to do extra, so you could pay. You had a plan that you can use and pay. But then now they took all the stuff that was free and put it up under some higher ridiculous plan. It's like, huh? Like, that don't entice me. That don't entice me to give y'all more money for something that y'all was giving us for free. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I ain't got none of my little bag of quesos with me right now. But I even say it like this. And yeah, I know inflation, blah, blah, blah. But, you know what I'm saying? a bag, back in the day they used to call this a grab bag. You feel me? They used to call this a grab bag back in the day. When I was a teenager, the bag this size was 99 cents. This bag was 99 cents back in the day. Same size bag. It was 99 cents back in the day, when I was a teenager. So now it's $2.69, which I guess you could say is a reasonable hike considering it's been a minute since I was a teenager, but it's still the same size bag. And then, as you can see, it's not open right now, right? You can see it's not open. I haven't opened the bag, so I'm about to show y'all right now. Ruffles, I'm putting you on blast right now. I'm just gonna open it a little bit just to get that little bit of air out, man. Look at this. You ain't even give me half a bag of chips, bro. That's like almost that's almost like a fourth of the bag. Look at all this bag up here, bro. And my chips down here. You feel me? You understand me now? It's like, y'all want to charge $2.69, but look at all. You charge me for air. You could at least have my chips right here by the R. As a matter of fact, Ruffles, that's what I'm about to say on to y'all right now. At least have the chips by the logo. At least stop the chips at the logo. You still got enough air up there. Put the chips by the logo, bro. Where the logo is at is where the last chip should be topped off at. But look. The daggone chips start up under the word queso. You see this? This where the chips at in a brand new bag. The chip should be right here. Right here. Right across the R to the S. Right across the logo up here. You still got, air right there. Air from here to the logo. But this is all y'all giving. And y'all expect people to be cool with that. Yeah, I put y'all on blast. Why not? I'm paying you. You ain't paying me. You feel me? So, crazy, right? I mean, so, but I know at the end of the day, it's like you get what you pay for, right? But that's how a lot of this stuff is going now. You know what I'm saying? They are, raising these prices and ain't giving you more. Like Dollar Tree, for instance. At Dollar Tree, y'all know me. If you don't know me, I love Dollar Tree back in the day. Hey, I got Dollar Tree videos on my channel back when everything was $1. You know what I'm saying? The detergent, you used to be able to get the detergent, at Dollar Tree, big thing of detergent, for $1. Now, you go up there, you get first and foremost, everything is $1.25 or higher now. Everything is $1.25 or higher now. In some cases, some things are $1.50 and higher. But now you go there for the detergent. The detergent is higher, but it's smaller. It's smaller. It used to be a bigger bottle, now it's a smaller bottle. But you paying more. It's like, just in case, and I say this all the time, when it comes to these price hikes and stuff, y'all do understand that our checks ain't going up, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all raising these prices, but our checks are staying the same. It'd be a different thing if, our checks were getting maybe like a $5 boost. You know what I'm saying? Then it'd be like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, dang, you ain't. It's like, come on, bro. Like, what's really good? Like, and I'm speaking on all of this right now because what better day to speak on it than on Labor Day? You feel me? The fruits of our labor ain't ripening the way they used to. You feel me? The fruits of our labor are not ripening the way they used to. It's like, I'm thinking about my friend and my friend's mom, whose jobs, were taken away. Jobs that both of them were at. She been there for nearly 40 years. He's been there for nearly 20 years. And, you know, they done put all that time into these jobs. And, you know, they got a whole FU with it. And it's like, so much I want to say, but it's too many four-letter words in it that begin with F and end with K. So, you know, but it's like, it just really grinds my gears. Grinds my gears, yeah. Grinds my gears. And we got to continue to push forth on everything. Push forth on everything that is great in life. That is great in life. Not good, not bad, because y'all already know I don't care about good, I don't care about bad, I care about great. My goal is greatness, you know. My goal is greatness. You know what I'm saying? I used to talk about good and bad, and of course, you know, me being a fan of comic books, a comic book writer, a comic book artist. Yeah, good and bad, that comes with the territory. But at the end of the day, there is no, there is no two-dimensional, there is no black and white when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying that, oh, you know what I'm saying, everybody got a little bit of bad in them, or everybody got a little bit of, some bad people are good, some good people are bad, blah, blah, blah. And, but, it's like, you do, you got right and you got wrong at the end of the day. Good or bad is whatever is relative. It's like, it's like, for instance, I found some binoculars yesterday. They had been sitting for, I don't know who had placed them there. I didn't see who placed them there, but placed them where I found them. But when I finally noticed them, they had been sitting there for about a good 20-30 minutes, and I was like, who put those up there? I was like, what's going on? Why are those right there? And I'm thinking I'm like, I guess somebody gonna come get them or whatever like that. But then I was like, well, nobody ain't around. I'm like, what's going on? And then I was like, you know what? I mean, like, all this time had went by. I was like, what? I'll go ahead and take them, because eventually, cleanup crew would have found them and took them themselves. So I'm like, I get them. So whoever lost their binoculars yesterday, what I'm saying, I pray that you get some better ones. I pray that you get better than you had. You know what I'm saying? Because those are always my prayers up for when I find something, like when I find money on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like one time at the gas station, I was getting ready to pay for something. I looked down on the ground, looked down on the floor in front of me, and it was $20 on the floor. I was like, oh. And so when I find money, I always pray for whoever lost that money to get more than they lost. You feel me? That's just me. I always pray for them to get more than they lost, and thank God that that I got that blessing. I found that blessing that was for me to find, and that whoever lost it, that they get more than they lost. You feel me? Because who likes to lose money? Like who likes to lose money? Nobody likes to lose money, and nobody likes to spend money on something that you look back and it's like, dang, I spent money on that. It was not worth it. You feel me? It's like the Ruffles bag. It's like, it's like, dang. Like, if I could make my own queso chips from scratch, y'all, I would. You feel me? But then again, that costs probably more. Obviously, that will cost more money to do that. Like how am I gonna be able to get the ruffles and the potatoes? I don't know. Somebody can probably do it. Somebody probably know how to make some like for real ruffles. Maybe they probably got like one of them, like one of them shapers. You know what I'm saying? Where you can shape your potato, and then you put all your spices and seasonings on it, and somebody know how to do it outside of the Ruffles factory. I'm quite sure. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna look up a video on how they make queso chips. I'm sorry, y'all. I love me some queso chips. Cause it's been 5 years now since I got them back in my life. Because they were missing for 5 years before that. Like the last time I had seen queso chips before the year 2020 was 2015. I went 5 years without seeing any queso chips. So yeah. So for the past 5 years, I've been making up for it. Like for real. But anyway, but yeah, man. I say all that just to say, hey, I hope y'all having a good day, and I hope y'all enjoyed my little goat talk, TED talk, however you want to call it. But I'm about to go ahead and check my blood sugar now. I check my blood sugar at least once a day, at the most 3 times a day, before breakfast, before lunch, and before dinner. That's how we get down with the get down, baby. That's how we get down with the get down. Yeah, if anybody got a plate in the city, you know what I'm saying, bring your boy a plate, because I's gonna be hungry. Yeah, you dig? But yeah, we're gonna make it do what it do and does what it does. Trying to stay on top of, you know what I'm saying, the health, trying to stay on top of the good vibes, the great vibes, you know what I'm saying, and continuing to be a blessing not only to myself but to those around me, because there ain't no other way to be other than that. As a matter of fact, hold on for a second. Text up my sister. Text up my sister real quick. It's right now currently 8:54 in the morning, y'all. Happy little boy day. Happy little boy day. I'm gonna say happy laboratory day. But yeah, it's all an experiment when it comes to that. Like, I just say happy laboratory day. Everything all an experiment, y'all. It's all an experiment to see what happens with these people out here. These creatures called humans, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why, certain places are called the projects, because they wanted to, project, the situations when they create these spaces and what they do with them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how Nino Brown in New Jack City created his slumlord slash, empire of, just, a cesspool situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's what they want to put in place when it comes to the 99%, and how best they can corral us as, humans, and this, that, and the third. Because at the end of the day, I mean, hey, I hate to bust y'all bubble, but y'all do know the 1% eat human, right? I'm just saying. And if they got a problem with me saying that, I mean, hey, whatever. I don't care, because we all know it's true. Because we already know they on some extra stuff already. So they eat human too. I'm just saying. I'm gonna laugh as I say it, but I'm dead serious. But anyway. Yeah. Yeah. But and it was just something divine in me that wanted to say that, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't even something that I planned on saying just then, y'all, but the divine in me said, hey, go on here and say it. Because you know it's the truth. You know? And who gonna check me or stop me? What they gonna say, oh, you can't say that about the 1% that's slander. No, that's truth. And you know it. So, whatever. If you want me to think different about the 1%, then go ahead and give me about 99% of y'all funds. That part. With that being said, I just got to be checking my blood sugar, y'all. I check my blood sugar at least once a day, at the most 3 times a day, before breakfast, before lunch, and before dinner. Meantime, between times, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for them. 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 It's time for the GOAT Nation shoutouts. Shoutouts. GOAT Nation shoutouts. Shoutouts. GOAT Nation shoutouts. Shoutouts. GOAT Nation shoutouts. We got double shoutouts today, y'all, because I didn't get a chance to shout out those who left comments on the day before yesterday. So today is day 2008. So I gotta do for the day that 2006 dropped. So we're gonna go there first. We're gonna check out those videos that dropped. Nope. Yep, it's the 7th month. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Gil Scott Heron spoke on that back in the 70s, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it true with you. You did. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I wonder why. What's going on with that? Alright. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna see something different. Anyway, let me go to it's 9 o'clock, yeah. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so we're going to live in 2025, day 242, which was August the 30th, 2 days ago. Let's see who was here in the regular comments. Nobody. Oh, wait, excuse me. We got Positive Crash Outs Vlog said, good morning, Slim. What's happening? Positive Crash Out Vlogs, aka Kiki. She currently has 476 subscribers, y'all. Almost at 500 with 201 videos on her channel. Her channel's been around since April the 12th, 2025. She been doing it this year, y'all, with 140,204 views on her channel. You dig? Most definitely, most definitely. And now, let's see. In the live chat, for this video, we got Lala, the High Vibe Coach Nutrition, was in the building. Third Eye, was in the house with the 199 on your boy. Kiss from Jay was in the building. Shout out to Kiss from Jay for sliding back through. Been a minute since we seen Kiss from Jay. Third Eye, came through again with the 199. Appreciate that, most definitely. Most definitely appreciate that, most definitely. DJ Sunny Side Up was in the building. Lala, the High Vibe Coach Transmutation was in the house. Jeffrey W was in the building. Dolores was in the house. And that was it. That was everybody who slid through in the building on that right there on day. That was on day 242, y'all, of live in 2025. Today is the 244th day of the year 2025, just so y'all know. You did. And so now let's see who was here for yesterday's live stream, day 243, who was here for yesterday's joint right there. And now, right now in the building, we got Big Sis in the building. The Big Sis of YouTube. What's happening, Big Sis? And we back, y'all. What's happening? What's happening? All right, so shout out to Big Sis of YouTube, man. Continued strength and blessings to her. You know what I'm saying? As we continue to, make the best out of the situation, you know what I'm saying, at hand, you feel me? You know, at the end of the day, people gotta get together. If you want better, you gotta do better. As simple as that. There ain't no other way around it. If you want better, you gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? If you want great things, then you got to be on that. You got to put yourself in position to have great things. You feel me? And not being ready for it ain't the way to move. You feel me? Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on top of what you already got in order to get what you want. You feel me? And so that's just that. That's just that. And yesterday, did we do? I don't think I did live in 2025 243. I think that's what we were getting ready to check out now. In the comments, no comments in the 243 and live in 243. Let's see, in the live chat for it, we got Pretty Heart the Conqueror was in the building. So was DJ Sunny Side Up. Who else was in the building? Life's Magical Journey was in the building. Shout out to Life's Magical Journey being in the building. Let's see. Lorenzo Harris was in the building. Rising Phoenix was in the house. Let's see who else was in the building. Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together was in the building. Let's see. Who else was in the building? Lala the High Vibe Coach Transmutation was in the building. And there, Jeffrey W was in the building as well. Shout outs to all y'all who was up in here. Most definitely top fans. Lala the High Vibe Coach Transmutation. Life's Magical Journey was number 2. Rising Phoenix number 3. DJ Sunny Side Up 4. Lorenzo Harris 5. Pretty Heart the Conqueror 6. Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together 7. Shout outs to you, Boo. And Jeffrey W was number 8. Appreciate y'all for sliding through on day 243, which was yesterday. Now shorts. The last short, that was on the 29th, so no new shorts since then. Now videos, let's see. We go now to what, day 2006? Yeah, day 2006, which was day before yesterday. In the comment section, y'all, in the comment sections, we got Lala the High Vibe Coach Nutrition with the goat face emoji. Oh, man, you did. Lala the High Vibe Coach Nutrition with the 1408 emojis. You feel me? Lala the High Vibe Coach Nutrition also with the ha 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 emoji, and Lala the High Vibe Coach Languages with the emojis. You did. Shout out to Lala, man, the High Vibe Coach. Keeping the comments popping, you know what I'm saying, on day 2006. In the live chat for that day, we had Estrella Garcia was in the building. Aiden Logos was in the house. Junad Manzura. Joe 2005 Productions. Joe Miller was in the building. Let's see who else was in the building. Junad 2005 Productions. Junad M was in the building. Lala the High Vibe Coach Languages was in the building. And that was it. Shout out to all y'all who slid through on day 2006. Appreciate y'all. And now for yesterday's daily vlog, day 2007. In the chat, we got, I mean, not in the chat, but in the regular comment sections, we got Dolores01 said, I never agreed so much. I know that's right. Dolores, who currently has 424 subscribers, excuse me, with 473 videos, almost at 500 videos on the channel. Channel been around since November 27, 2021, with 60,281 views on the channel. You dig? DJ Sunnyside Up said first, shout out to the DJ who currently has 3.22k subscribers, living in Japan with 5.4k videos on the channel. Channel been around since May 7th, 2019, with 1,038,312 views on his channel. You feel me? And Latanya Porter, big sis of YouTube, said, hey bro, shout out to big sis, currently at 117 subscribers, with content like no other, because she has no content. You dig? That part. Now in the live chat for yesterday's daily vlog, we had Lala the High Vibe Coach Nutrition was in the building, Estrella Garcia was in the house, Life's Magical Journey was in the building. You feel me? Hey, that part. Hey, I appreciate you so much, Life E. You feel me? DJ Sunnyside Up in the house. Junad Manzura. Joe 2005 Productions. Joe Miller was in the building. Aiden Logos was in the building. Steve, aka Junad, I see you, all right. And there we go. That was everybody who was here for yesterday, day 2007. And so with that being said, yeah, we forgot to not forgot, but you know what I'm saying, let's see what they said as far as like history for 2007, because we didn't get a chance to do it yesterday because we couldn't get on the internet yesterday. But in 2007, history making events included the launch of the first iPhone and the global release of Facebook and Twitter, marking a significant tech boom. Politically, Nancy Pelosi became the first female speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, and Bulgaria and Romania joined the European Union. The year also witnessed the beginning of the Great Recession and a major cyclone in Bangladesh. So that's what they got as far as on the internet. What big happened in 2007. And let's see, 2007 births. Of course, as I mentioned, my nephew yesterday was born in 2007. Let's see. Like I said, at this point, it don't make no sense looking up celebrities born in any of these years, because I'm not gonna know any of them. Like real talk. But yeah, that part. So shout outs on that there. And now 2008, of course today is day 2008. That of course was a presidential election that year. Barack Obama became the 44th president that year. What else happened in 2008? The first Iron Man movie came out in 2008. So did The Dark Knight, which is probably one of the best Batman movies ever. You know what I'm saying? Really, it was the Joker movie. That's what it really was called. That's why I've been calling it since it came out. I call it the Joker movie, because Christian Bale, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, sucked as Batman. But Heath Ledger, the late Heath Ledger, did his thing as the Joker, man. He did his thing as the Joker. He also died in 2008. He died right before that movie came out. And I remember when he died, I was like, that's not going to save him, because if he suck in this movie, I'm gonna say he suck. I ain't gonna be like, oh, he died and he tried. No, if he sucked in the movie, I'm gonna say he sucked. And when I saw that movie, when Johnny Quest Gaming can attest to it, because we saw The Dark Knight. We went to the movies to go see The Dark Knight. When I got out that theater, first thing I said was, this man gonna get an Oscar. He gonna get an Oscar. Now, mind you, nobody has ever gotten an Oscar playing a comic book character before. But, I said right then and there, he gonna get an Oscar. And I hate that he died. And then, I didn't want them to think, oh, they gave him the Oscar because he died. Nah, he got the Oscar because he deserved that Oscar. He deserved that Oscar for that role. And to this day, the Joker, the character, the Joker is the only character, the only comic book character in history who has had two people play him, and both of those guys won Oscars. You know what I'm saying? Joaquin Phoenix in the Joker movie he won an Oscar for Best Actor, and Heath Ledger, of course, won his Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. The Joker of all characters is, um, people don't won Oscars playing Joker. You feel me? Jack Nicholson should have won an Oscar playing Joker. If that's the case, I don't want who even won the Oscar in the year the Batman movie came out in '89. Who even won that year? You feel me? Who? I don't know and don't care because it's probably a movie I didn't see or care about it. But Jack should have won one too as far as that go. You know what I'm saying? So that could have been 3 right there. You feel me? Only one who didn't, Jared Leto, nope, sorry. And Joaquin Phoenix, they should have never made that Joker 2. I knew it was going to be trashed the minute they said, oh, we're going to make it a musical. Like, yeah, y'all keep that. Anyway, but yeah, 2008, that was what was going down in 2008. A lot of other stuff too, but you know what I'm saying? But 2008, for the most part, you know what I'm saying, was definitely a great year of movies. Most definitely. And that, of course, was the beginning of the MCU that year with the first Iron Man movie. Tropic Thunder also came out that summer as well. So did The Incredible Hulk, which was the second MCU movie. And so, yeah, that part. Now, let's see. We're going to look up 2008 history now. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like I said, I know they're going to mention Barack Obama, of course. Key events in 2008 included the Barack Obama presidential election, the Great Recession triggered by the subprime mortgage crisis. Yeah, I remember that. The Lehman Brothers bankruptcy, the Sichuan earthquake in China, the Beijing Summer Olympics, Usain Bolt, and the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto white paper introducing Bitcoin. Alrighty then. And so yeah, that part. I was gonna look up 2008 burst, but I ain't look up 2007 burst because it was just like, like at this point, I mean, shoot. These are just years now, who as far as they go. Oh, but shout outs to Skylar, my nephew's girl. She was born in 2008. Who was Miss Track and Field for homecoming the other day. Shout outs to Skylar, who was Miss Track and Field for homecoming the other day. That's what's up. Congratulations, young lady, and many blessings as you continue your senior year. And now with that being said, that's it, y'all. We up out of here. Stay blessed up. Continue to manifest greatness, maintain greatness, and motivate others to be great. Can you do that for your boy? Can you do that for your boy? And remember the motto, y'all. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And that is why, my mom, my late mom, and my dad, who's still here, you know what I'm saying, they was on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that reminds me of something that my mom told me long ago when they used to clean up, used to clean up in the house. And my cousin, when she was a kid, used to visit, and she had stated, she like, man, all y'all do is clean up around here. And my mom told her, you know what? Next time you come to my house, you'll be grown. You ain't gotta come here no more. And the next time my cousin came to visit, she was grown, because my mom didn't tolerate that BS. You know what I'm saying? When it came to, being clean and being on your up and up, because if you want better in life, you gotta do better in life. If you want to live like a bum on the street, then you gonna be a bum on the street. If you want to live like you ain't about nothing, then you gonna be about nothing. Simple as that. And if you can't get that through your head right now, then when are you gonna get it through your head? You know what I'm saying? Because, routines, the routine that you start to manifest in your life is what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, you know what I'm saying? If you want better, you got to do better. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. If you want better, you got to do better. If you want better, you gotta do better. That part. Video. Playlist. Watch them all, alright? One love.